It is the Sabbath. Jesus is in the synagogue where his belief and his faith call him to be. Ever watchful, he sees a woman entering the building. Her body is bent over, bound up by a spirit. She is coming to worship. She doesn't seem to ask for anything. She probably doesn't even notice him, as her vision is limited by her posture to a few inches in front of her and to the side if she turns her head. But Jesus sees her, calls her over, and pronounces she is set free from her affliction. The healing is complete as he touches her. Standing upright, she praises God. It is a radical act of mercy, which crosses a line in the eyes of the synagogue leader. His role is to uphold the law of Torah. Indignant, he quotes the fourth commandment given to Moses as he addresses the crowd. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. Come on those other days to be healed. The Sabbath is sacred and hallowed. God declared it so. In Genesis, the first story of creation ends with, "So God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because on it God rested from all the work he had done in creation." There is benefit to letting go of doing, directing, busyness, and burden, and allowing oneself to simply rest and be released from your burdens. Trusting that all is well and all shall be well. The synagogue leader references Exodus, addressing the Israelites' people's release by God from bondage in Egypt. The people had been slaves. Those who knew no rest were given a day of rest. The law of Sabbath was intended to be life-giving and restorative. Jesus' act is an act of love, of compassion, which restores a daughter of Abraham to wholeness. Releasing her from being bound on the Sabbath pushes beyond the letter of the law in the sight of the synagogue leader. Jesus points out that even they untie their animals and lead them to drink on the Sabbath, ensuring the animals' well-being. And he is teaching us at this moment. Laws in general can be life-giving, create order, help human beings live in relationship, as well as in this case serves to restore an individual to wholeness, where laws can serve to bind up and inhibit. As Christian people, we can understand the importance of upholding the laws of God and of the land, while we also understand that sometimes love of God and neighbor press us beyond to move into places of compassion and mercy, challenging laws in moments they inhibit the rights of others. And today there are many challenges to human rights, from fair wages to health care, medicine, food, water, housing, transportation, and that's throughout the world. Isaiah speaks of removing the yoke, offering food, satisfying the needs of the afflicted. Through doing so, your light shall rise in the darkness. The Lord will guide you continually, satisfy needs, make your bones strong, and you will be like a watered garden. Ruins will be rebuilt, foundation established. You shall be called repairers of the breach, restorer of streets to live in. Sometimes I like to think of Sabbath rest as holy dream time. Those times when you can rest in God and allow yourself to relax into all the possibilities and all the questions floating in your mind. And how we each in our own life might be able to step forward or create a new vision. God's work of justice and mercy in the world is grounded in honoring Sabbath time, purposely refraining from pursuing work and taking delight in the Lord one day, just one day of the week. Doing God's justice and mercy in the world begins in what cannot be shaken, in Sabbath rest. We entrust the cares of life to God for a day. We let that establish a foundation in our own hearts and souls, and we worship and celebrate God together in community on the Sabbath. There are gifts that arise from Sabbath rest and worship. Intimacy with God, being fully known, restored, and renewed. Strength, discernment, wisdom are given room to grow and blossom. And then comes the joy of simply being created and having the gift of life. What are the benefits you receive from honoring this Sabbath? What laws are there that you hold so tight which inhibit your well-being and the well-being of others? This week, I invite you to reflect on all of this for yourself and honor Sabbath time to just be with God. Allow God to free your soul, heal your body and mind as you are lovingly held. Amen.